Heavy Muscle Radio.
All right, our next guest is the promoter of the Ifbb Desert Muscle Classes, coming up February 25th, 1 week after the Flex Pro show. It's my pleasure to have back to the show Stryker Solomon.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate the time you've given me here right now.
Oh, we got an important show coming up. You have the very, very first historical show, the first women's physique pro show in the history of the sport. Will be occurring in Mesa, Arizona here in less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
I'm excited about it. I hear you got a pretty nice lineup too.
I looked at the lineup for physique. I was very impressed. I love the lineup. I love the physique division. I mean, they all look beautiful, and that's the way I think they should look. We'll welcome them here, and wouldn't ask for anything better than what we already have. I'm
excited though, because you know what? Whenever I this is the first of first. So historically, this will be added to Steve Wennerstrom's historical facts in the women's division. But I don't really know what to expect. So when you don't know what to expect, sometimes it's an element of surprise there. And I've seen all these women turn pro. I was at every women's physique pro qualifier last year, so I know them all. And it's like watching them grow into from going from kindergarten to first grade almost. And I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out and see how they judge this. Who will be the head judge at the show?
I think most likely it's either John Tooman or Lee Thompson, one of them. I don't really know yet, but I know they're coming both, and they're both head judges. So either of them will do a great job. Yeah, no,
I'm excited. Like I said, and the girl who wins will qualify for potentially, we don't know if they're going to have a women's physique Olympia at the end of the year, but I would hope maybe after seeing some of the quality of these girls that they will decide to add that, and that would be a nice little feather.
I would hope so too, and I think I'm kind of expecting it to be at the Olympia this year. It only makes sense to have it there, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they haven't really made an announcement yet, but the show is the Desert Muscle Classic. It's going to be taking place at the Mesa Arts Center, and where can people buy tickets for that?
You can go to our website, desertmuscleclassic.com, click on the info, and then it'll take them straight to that page where they can buy single tickets or group tickets, because there's a little break for them if they buy like pre-judging and night show tickets.
Gotcha. Very smart. Now, when you go to desertmuscleclassic.com, don't make the mistake I made. Don't spell dessert with two S's. It's only got one S.
Dieting, that's what they're going to do.
That's right. I don't want anyone to make a mistake there. So it's desertmuscleclassic.com. Now, you have not only do you have the women's physique division, you have a women's bikini. I see
we have women's bikini, and I was looking at the lineup 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't really happy, I'll be honest with you. We've done a lot for bikini in Arizona. I would expect maybe 5 times, 6 times that number that I saw. Maybe it's grown now, but to bikini girls, there's time where you give me back a low bone, and you line up in the Ifbb roster, Mesa, Arizona, to compete. We do a hard job putting the shows together and finding the funding. And the athletes, we ask of them to fulfill, whatever we want them to fulfill to compete per se and make it a better show. So, we're putting these shows on for the athletes. We want to see a lineup. I don't want to see 10, 11 girls or 9. Or we want a good lineup of athletes so we can keep doing it.
Right. Well, you know what it is? It's the first show of the year, and I think people get gun shy for the first show of the year because what they do is they say to themselves, I don't know, I want to see who's going to be there, which is stupid because then what happens is you give up a good qualifying spot for the Olympia possibly. So if you're in the Arnold Classic, or even if you're not, you're dieting for maybe a show the week after or 2 weeks after, this is a show you should definitely show up at. Stryker's telling you right now you have an opportunity. The lineup is not that strong right now to come in here and snag an Olympia qualification, get a win, make a little money, put in your pocket some spending cash here. So it's not too late to sign up, and I guess what they have to contact the NPC Ifbb office. Is that what it is?
Yeah, they do. And then if there's any problems with the late fee or something, they can send me an email, and I'll talk to Jim Mannion about it. As long as they send me the email and they let me know who's coming, who wants to come, and I'll probably make an exception for some reasons, that just to have him here and help him out. Yeah. Like you said, there's prize money that they could capture. And, I mean, it's a qualification.
Right.
And you've seen in the past, Dave, at the Phoenix Pro, nobody knows who's going to win.
Nope. And bikini's always up for grabs. Yeah, bikini's up for grabs. And I'm going to tell you guys, what's going to happen is there's going to be a girl sitting at home who's not going to come. She's going to be watching all the coverage on RX Muscle. She's going to look at the pictures and she's going to say, I should have done the show. I could have qualified for the Olympia.
Yeah, Phoenix is an unknown territory. It's for everybody. I mean, they come here, they're going to do good. If they want to do good, they're going to do good. That's the bottom line.
And you know what?
If they're ready, they're going to do good.
The good thing also is that, we're going to be there covering the show, and it's a good way to showcase yourself and get a lot of notoriety because you give us full access to the show. We have video, we have interviews, we have play-by-play pictures. So you're going to be all over the place. Even if you don't win, you come in top 5, you're going to get a lot of publicity from this, which is going to be a launching pad for the rest of the year because people forget what you did last year. They only remember what you've done lately. So I say start early, get known, get seen, and then that's going to help you with the rest of your year's competitions. Right.
And the other thing is that our hotel here is really cheap. I mean, it's the Marriott, and I think a room is like $130.
Yeah, you got good rates. You got good rates on this.
Yeah, good rates. And it's like you've noticed the venue and the hotel are like right next to each other. The airport is 15 minutes away.
I love it. That's why I'm coming. That's one of one of the reasons why I pick certain shows over others because it's convenience to get there. Even though it's a long flight for me, I don't care because I get off the flight. I'm at the hotel in 10 minutes after I get off the airplane. I'm in the hotel. If I got to go to the actual Mesa Arts Center, it's right there. And the convenience is amazing. It's good for the athletes. You have access to supermarkets around there, and you make things very easy if people need help, rides, and stuff like that. So you're a very good promoter in that sense. Let's talk about the men's 212 class. Once again, another first, really. Well, not really a first. We've had some 212 classes, but this is the first one of the year. And I think that, once again, I don't know what your turn so far, but if there's any 212 guys out there who are thinking about it or who are close to 212, I would advise you show up at this show because this is a phenomenal way to get your first Olympia qualification of the year.
Yeah, I know. I mean, why sit there and not participate? I mean, if they're ready, they need to show up. I think a lot of people are waiting for the flex to pass over and before they come to Phoenix in regard to the 212 division. So people are looking to drop weight to make 212. They need to get on the roster, and come here and compete. It's another opportunity to go to Olympia and take home some money.
Well, I see on the Flex Pro list, that they had Mark Dugdale is doing it and Eduardo Correa is doing it. Now, these are guys that were 202 guys at one point. It would behoove me, I should say, for them not to drop down or try to suck down the following week and make the Desert Muscle Classic because that could be an easy win for either one of those guys.
Yeah, Dugdale's coming. He will be here. Korea, I think Chris Aceto had already talked to me about him. I think he's coming also.
Oh, he is? Good. Excellent.
Yes, he is, from what I've talked to when I talked to Chris.
So that's going to be a good lineup then.
Yeah, I would like to have a very good lineup of 212, and I hope they make me proud because what we're trying to do in Phoenix is create an opportunity for both divisions, the men's 212 and men's open. The Phoenix show will have the men's open. The Desert Muscle Classic will have the men's 212.
Got you.
So they both have an opportunity to come here and compete and qualify and take home a nice, decent check.
And once again, I got to be honest with you, the most exciting division for me, women's physique. The first ever women's physique pro show will be taking place. I see you got Jillian Ravel on the poster there.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah, and we did a little Iron Asylum with her. She's very excited, as well as a number of other girls are going to be entering the show. The show is the Ifbb Desert Muscle Classic, taking place on Saturday, February 25th at the Mesa Arts Center. You can purchase tickets at desertmuscleclassic.com. Stryker, I'm looking forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
Me too, brother. Can't wait.
All right. Stryker Solomon, the promoter of the Desert Muscle Classic.
Thank you, brother.
All right. 2 great interviews today. Stryker Solomon, the promoter of the Desert Muscle Classic. Just got off the phone with him, and he's excited about his show coming up in 2 weeks. And, of course, we got the Flex Pro show this weekend coming up. Chris Aceto and I will be there covering the event for your all your listening and viewing pleasures. And it's always always a pleasure to talk to Big Robert Bernacca, who is, I like to say, the freak of freaks. You know, there are freaks out there, but he is the freak of freaks, at least out there in the sport. Now, he will be fighting in the ring, in the octagon, MMA in Poland. I don't know what, they must be giving this guy an awful lot of money, because I know Robert probably not thrilled about doing this, but look, he's a movie star over there. He's got movie star popularity, and he's making cash, and I take my hat off to him. Best of luck to you, Robert. In the ring, I have a feeling that he's going to destroy this guy. When this guy sees and takes one look at Robert, he's going to probably want to go home, but best of luck to him. For now, though, we are out of time. I'd like to thank Robert Bernacca and Stryker Solomon for stopping by. Until next week, remember, with Heavy Muscle Radio, the truth hurts.
Heavy Muscle Radio is a presentation of RxMuscle.com. The truth in bodybuilding. Tune in next week at the same time for another round with Dave Palumbo, only on Heavy Muscle Radio.